Okay, guys, this is totally new to me, so hopefully this one will stay on. I'm not sure exactly how YouTube determine the guidelines and everything. So if you are able to hear me or in the room, just go ahead, type your questions below, and I will try to tackle them as we await for others to join if they're able to find us. I saw people come in and get out. So that's the beauty of the technology. Okay, we have our first question in, so I think we can go ahead and get started. So Let me introduce myself. My name is Telex. I am the founder of Successful Tradings. I have this tiny YouTube channel that where we post pretty much all of our videos that we created so far for your education. I also host a blog at successfultradings.com. And today I want to say it since we recently reached 100 subscribers. I think out of this morning, maybe 125. I wanted to give the subscriber, meaning you, all the opportunity to get to know me and for me to get a feel about the type of needs that you have as a successful beginners in trading. So that's really the goal for this conversation today, and it will make it. I wanted to make it a little bit more intimate than me recording videos, and really, for me, I like this direct interaction. So hopefully, if you have been watching the channel, you will be able to take something out of this today. So I'm gonna go straight up. This is new to me. I just figured, hey, I wanted to have an interaction, and so YouTube has this feature they call live session. So I don't know what to get out of it. So um, I'm gonna be filling the questions as the comments. So let's go in order, and please, the gentleman in Douala, please keep me honest by tracking down questions if, let's say, I do not address them all or if I'm falling behind. So the first one we have is from Shweta. So Shweta said that she was looking at the training video on FlowAlgo. I think there is one lengthy one, and I really felt bad when I did it, Shweta, and everybody. It's like 31 minutes or so because there are just so much. So, and as of now, I'm thinking actually of breaking it down. So, Shweta's question is, would I recommend it for successful option trading? Or recommend FlowAlgo, that is. Is that correct, Shweta? Because if that's the case, yes, the answer is absolutely. The reason being is because FlowAlgo give us, especially us retail, we do not we do not have the big money that the Goldman Sachs and all the big institutions they have. The market, let's be honest about it, okay? Uh, if you are new, you are starting, the market is manipulated. Period. Manipulated in what sense? Meaning that the big money, the smart money, as we call them on that article, they can actually move certain stock or indexes in the direction that they want. And that's the reason why FlowAlgo exists, because it gives value. When you study FlowAlgo and all the videos that we have been doing so far, a great deal of them are going to show you, hey, such and such stock move this much, uh, it generated this movement, and then the option paid this much. I just this week I have so many examples. The video that we made last night, it came from dark pool on two of the stocks, and then I gave you a list of about 7 stocks since the beginning of April. How many of them after that pool and the movement that ensued? Just study them to give you a proof. So the answer is yes. You should subscribe to FlowAlgo. Here's the thing: you don't have anything to lose in FlowAlgo. My theory is this, and hear me out. The subscription for FlowAlgo is $149 a month, I believe. Okay. First of all, you should be starting with a trial. So you take the trial for 2 weeks, and I believe it's $37. You have nothing to lose. At the end of the 2 weeks, the goal for every one of you, if you are starting, is that you have made enough money to afford the $149 the next 2 weeks. How? Follow the dark pool. Exactly as I explained in yesterday's video, last night video, meaning that a dark pool come in, you're going to have a week, just follow one. You don't have to follow all of them. And if, let's say, there are many that you see, ask me on one of the video overnight that, hey, this one came, what is my experience with them? Because I'm used to the stocks now, I haven't seen them a certain time. So Citibank yesterday blew up the options, and was Boeing as well. So yes, you should get that. Get the 2 week starter to get a feel for it. That's where at least you are not in the sense, oh, I spent $149. And again, your goal in that 2 weeks period is that you make more than $149, which is possible. We showed you how $10 yesterday on Citibank would have become $200 or something. So that's, I hope that's answer your question, Shweta. If you need me to further develop, because there's so much more that I can go into detail on that, I can do that. The next question is from Story from the internet. What's the best charting tool software? Oh wow, yeah, that is a great question, sir. That's well, Story from the internet. I don't know if you are a lady or a gentleman, but that's a great question, because in one of the article, that was my first thing that I wrote about, saying that all of this platform, the trading platform themselves, right? E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, whomever, okay, E-Option, whatever, they have this limitation about the charting tool. So that's why, for me, the best charting tool that I've reviewed on the blog at successfultradings.com, it's called TradingView. Why? Because again, every single day on the videos, we have over 60 videos on this channel, by the way. I encourage you to take the time. When you are new, you don't know where to start, but go by order of go back to the oldest video. Some of them were not that great, so please, there's one that's the sound wasn't that great, but go to a video, just search on the playlist. There are 60 of them. Then one of them is going to be how to use TradingView or something, because I made that video detail by detail, going about all of the features of things that you can do on TradingView versus other thing. TradingView is free to start up with. Once you start up for it for free, the only limitation is going to be, if you want your ability to actually increase your charting, then you can pay for, let's say, the pro version, the 30 something bucks a month. But again, all of those two, if you are successful at trading, uh, just a trade in a month should make it such that you have enough money to pay for them. Yeah, absolutely. That's really the goal, because otherwise you will be thinking, oh, I'm spending this much money more than I'm not generating. No, having FlowAlgo ensure to you that, okay, within a month you should have 4 or 5 good trades without chasing anything, just applying the method. So yes, the best charting tool and indicators that exist, for me, it's hands down TradingView. You can start with the free version and explain the difference between the free version and the pro and the pro plus version. I have the pro version. I'm not sure if I have the pro plus. I love the replay tool. Watch some of the videos that we have made, where I explain how to use the replay tool. Recently, I think the Fibonacci are available actually for on the free version. So I showcase all of that. So I trade with E-Trade, by the way, in case you're wondering, because I heard that question. It has its benefits and everything. The charting is not bad. Let me be honest, it's not that bad, but man, compared to what you can do in TradingView, it's just so much more. So typically, what I do, I have my windows. You guys watch my video. You have seen my setup on my screen, right? I will have my screen of E-Trade, let's say, to the right or to the left, and then my screen for TradingView on the other side. And that's how, from time to time, you hear me say, let's go side by side. So, story from the internet. I hope that's answer that question about the best charting tool. There are others out there. I mean, there are other platforms where maybe some guys will say, oh, that I don't know which one. I don't know if it was think on Swim or something. I've never used them, but I've had some people rave about it. But I know wherever part of the world you are, you don't need to access your your trading account to get the charting tool. TradingView exists as an app, so meaning that on your phone you actually can have it. But there's another one that's again is free. That's, for me, I use for studying, because when I'm doing live session, I'm not studying. Studying overnight, I use something called TeleTrader. It's completely free. That's when you don't have to worry about spending anything. Just take your phone, go to your app store or to the Play Store, download that, and then follow the video that we have on the channel on how to use it, meaning you want to set up your stock by industry. Let me show that here. I mean, I don't know how that's going to render, but I'm sorry that I'm doing that to you. So let me show that on my phone on here, because that's what, for me, I do pretty much. I have all of this watch list. So can we see this? Ooh, there's the glare from my window. Sorry about that. Can I get to see that? And the image is delayed. So, okay. So maybe here, yeah, here is better. So I have these. So I use them for study. And right now you are seeing like default, but I have all of this watch list where I can go. My favorite one, maybe leaders of the pack. And then you can toggle between different type of views. So that's inside of TeleTrader. It's free. You don't have to worry about money. Yeah, Jaron, that app that I'm talking about is TeleTrader. It's free. No worry about spending anything. But the beauty of it, guys, like this morning, I was studying. I was studying. Okay, so here again, let me show my my watch list. So I have a default watch list. I have a Chinese company. I have Carl Icahn. I have 3Ds. I have leaders of the pack. I have banks. I have biopharma. I have oil. I have consumer cyclical. So once you do that, I think this morning I was looking at what? I was looking at oil and energy. Then a snapshot tells me, just like we did a little bit, if you watch our video on Finways, which one are doing well recently. So like this morning, I was like, where have I been the last 4 weeks when, let's say, this stock, um, Agnico Eagle Mine, look at the last 4 weeks, super strength. That how he has been going. So, oh yeah, let me type it the name of that that free app that I do the study. That's charting for the study, overnight study, right? So because that's called TeleTrader. So trading view for your day session um, viewing, if you're doing day trade, yeah, to see those moving averages and all of the fancy indicators. And then for your study, which you can do on your phone at any given time, just study meaning that you open a chart and trying to understand the price movement and support resistance and things of that nature. Those are the basic premises of uh, trading using technical analysis. That's a good question because that's the beginning really of what we do trying to trade. And trading is different a little bit from investing in the sense that in investing, people are going to be looking at the balance sheets of the company to say, oh, how many cell phone will Apple sell next quarter? What's the earning per share? And then they're going to make a projection that, oh, let me go buy the stock. For us here, we have said we want to leverage option trading in the fact that the starting capital should not is not that much. Meaning, if you have a few $100, it should be good if you spend the time understanding how option works. I mean, if you have a few $100 and you just go in, oh, as new starters, trust me, I've been there. Let me just buy this because, oh, they're talking about it on stock tweets, or I heard this on Twitter. No, take your time. And we are in an era where trading now has become democratized. Anybody can have access to the same tool, especially this one that we started this conversation with called FlowAlgo, because you can see what Goldman Sachs is doing and just mirror that and benefit from it. It's completely legal. They have been doing it for years, for years. So now it's just now finally that retail like us we're able to do what they have been doing. Thank you for that question, story from the internet and Shweta. We have a new question in from. This name sounds familiar. I don't know if, gentlemen, the person who has this question, Debashish, I had a coworker of mine with the same name. So I saw when you subscribed to the channel, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was like, I. So Debashish's question is, could you please explain about Netflix call option? I already bought 450 option for April 24. Okay, Netflix option. Okay, are you referring, sir, to the video that I made on about Netflix where I say that I do not trade options before earnings, meaning that I trade options before earning, meaning I do not buy options to say, oh, in a hope that earnings are going to make the price go up or the price go down, because we can trade puts obviously as well. I do not do that, meaning I wait for the earnings to be out. So I think Netflix is reporting when? Tuesday? Let's check that out. So if next week is reporting Tuesday, um, the trade, one of the trade that's because I spoke about different things on Netflix. One of the trade that I said was a little bit expensive but worked well on Netflix, and you will have made so much money this week, is that 2 weeks before the earning, you strangle it. A strangle means that you buy a put and a call. That's a strangle. Okay? Because typically they will make stock move within those 2 weeks, either up or down. And your hope is that your premise of that trade is that the stock is going to move in one of the direction. Let's say in the case of Netflix, it would have moved. Let's say last Monday, sir, Dibashish, if you were to buy that, those 450 call, actually I think they went in the morning. This past Thursday or something. So you will have made money from that strangle, and then you sell it before the earning. So you sell it before the earning, depending on your level of profit. So your profit target. So you sell that position before the earning. That's a strategy that on a stock like Netflix can be a little bit expensive, because some of those contracts they will cost like uh, $600. For me, I don't want to teach that. I don't want to teach that, but that exists. I mean, I can see that at phase two, after really you start building up your account. What for me I teach as of now is every single option, wait for the company to announce the results. Then the market's going to react to them. There's still plenty of money to do the day after, the second day after, the third day after. How do we know that? Right now, uh, there is a study that I have at Successful Trading that a research team has generated, where I can provide this to you guys. It shows you actually the historical movement of the stock in our watch list over the last 3 years. Espoir, please correct me how many years we have of data. I think it starts every earning since 2017. So that's what's the value of that. The value of that is supposed to tell you which stock to target, because there's so many anyway, to say, okay, there's usually X% movement the first day after the earning, the second day after the earning, the third day after the earning. Then you are not taking any chance, because earnings are just random, guys. Do not waste money. I say that, and the first thing that comes to my mind, because I have this great example. I don't know if the gentleman is on the live, but I have this one of the subscriber. It was his first trade ever on Amazon. He read an article that I made on Amazon, a trade that I made in November on Amazon after the earnings, where I made decent money. But in his case, he actually did the opposite of trading before, and Amazon just went boom. Amazon just went boom. So he made a lot of money on his first ever trade. That was in January or something. That story will always be stuck in my mind, because that was pure luck. I can tell you a similar story. I think one of my first ever trade that made big money was in 2016 with Nvidia, where I just bought calls, because in my case, well, I can't say I read research on Market Watch or whatever. There was a dossier on there about the future and everything. Yes, I didn't make a lot of money on that trade, but thereafter, my friend, I got into this habit of, oh, I can make money on option before trading. Oh no, I did lose a lot back in 2016 after that. And my friend in New York, I don't know where exactly, we haven't spoken in a week or so, or how it happened, but then afterward, he started telling me he needs to study the technical of anything. He was the one asking about the Fibonacci retracement. So as some of you may know. So yeah, that tells you. I hope that answered the question about Netflix or any stock for that matter. Now, if you have already the 450 option, I don't know when you bought it. I'm hoping that you bought it last Monday or something. You should have made money already, my friend. Do not treat that money or any most of it really on this earnings on Tuesday. Be try. There are so many opportunity after the earning path. Look at the banks. Look at the banks. I traded JP Morgan. I traded a 91 put on JP Morgan after the earnings this past week. For me, I'm one of those people that when I have gain, I sell them. But that's something that I'm working on now. If I were to hold that until maybe Thursday, I think I will have double what I made on there. So that tells you that opportunity, and that transition us to one of the questions Jaron is asking, that when do we get to see the research? Okay, so the research right now I'm debating, because this is great information, guys, and is of great value. I don't know if I should be selling it or if I should be giving it for free. So for you guys who are the subscriber, please, since I need to reward you for being here, go to the website. I think there is now a pop-up on the website. Just put inputs in your email address, and the research will be available to you. But definitely, this is something that of great value that I'm gonna be selling somehow to those. But you guys are the one who made this channel. So the instruction is, you go to successfultradings.com. Whatever page that you land in, I think the setup this morning is that it will give you a pop-up. Just enter your name and your email address, and I think right now, if you do that, you will get a stock option dictionary. But the moment that I get that hey, you got a stock option dictionary, the research will be coming in your inbox. That's I guarantee you that. There are not that many of you in this channel live right now who are hearing this. Maybe others who will be replaying this, they may get that as well. So no problem with that. Thank you for asking that question, Mr. Jaron. Question from Shweta. When you get an alert of a sweep block dark pool trade, how do you know if it's a bullish or bearish? Great question. Absolute great question. The answer is, I do not know. The answer is, we do not know. At a time when we have, let's say, for the example, let me use Citi. Citi they came in with a dark pool on Thursday, right? So the print was at $40. I have my notes here. Citi came in, it was at $40.75. Okay. You take that information, all you know is that, hey, somebody knows that Citi will be moving hopefully soon. And since the market is has been oversold over the since February, most of those that are happening right now are calls, that the stock is going up. Not always, guys. Okay, and I don't want anybody to be having this idea on here that, Telex say that when dark pool comes in, that means that you buy call. No. One of the strategies that I was discussing with my friend Jaron yesterday was that, hey, in order to make that 23,000% on Citi, was to do this Lotto thing. Okay, that's one strategy. The Lotto thing is a strangle again. One put and one call. If you were to do that yesterday, by putting $10, just $10 on Citi, you will have made $200 something. But that's just one strategy for Lotto. But Shweta, the way that you go about it either two way. You could have said, okay, I don't know the direction. I'm going to take one put, one call, expiring. Give yourself always at least a week of time, meaning that in this case, it came in on a Thursday, right? You take the expiration on the 24th of April. That's the way to go about it. A strangle. But hear me out now. This is the important part. As the days will be passing by, you're gonna see that Citi will be the stock that where the dark pool came in will be moving in a certain direction. They always have this thing called a splash, meaning that if they want the stock to go up, they will first make it go down. I kid you not. It happened on a QQQ on April the 9th. You can go on the chart, look it up. I traded that. I traded those calls. They paid well. So they always fake it because they know that now people like you and I, we have access to that data. So in order to throw people away, then they try to manipulate it that way. So that's one way for you to say, okay, I strangle it, and then if they make it go in the direction that they don't want at first, you cash that. But while that's happening, because you are wise to the moves, you add to this other position, you add you increase your number of contracts. That way, when they start going on the other direction, you make money on both directions. Trust me, that has happened so frequently. But typically, really, how to trade the dark pool, you just wait. You just, when you get that information, you're patient. You're gonna do something. You're gonna take the chart of that, and then you're gonna create an alert on your trading system. So you're gonna say, okay, if let's say that prints on CT was at $40.75. You're gonna say, okay, if it go below $40, I'm gonna be buying puts. If it goes above, let's say 42, whatever, I'm gonna be buying calls. You let it sit for 2 days or whatever, and the direction will declare itself. That's the safest way of doing maybe a strangle. Okay, I'm not sure what might happen with my computer here, guys. Sorry. If you guys can hear me. Okay, sorry. My computer, obviously, I hadn't moved anything, so my computer went went off. So, yeah, I think we are back. So that's waiting. Time passing by, they will declare the direction for you. That has been my experience with the dark pool. And I have a green screen. I'm not sure that's happening. Okay, maybe it's back. Somebody tells me, please, if you can still hear me. So Shweta, I hope that answered the question about that. Before we move to the next question, there was a question earlier from Story from the internet. Hey, Story from the internet were asking FlowAlgo or Black Box. I do not know. Sorry from the internet. Is the same information kind of? I'm very familiar with FlowAlgo because I've been using them since 2017. I've seen Black Box in their published things on Stock Tweets. I think that I'm planning maybe on doing a review of the two for comparison. But then the aim of the information is that you are getting an indication about the direction of the market. But let me be clear here. Let me be clear. Okay, I'm just reading off the screen here. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain small streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay, not sure. I have 300 megabits connection on here, so the computer is telling me that it's sending in 30 frames per second. So not sure about that. Now that we are getting even more users, we shouldn't be getting that. So yes, I was explaining that when you follow option flow that coming from Black Box, because that's the main thing. They see options that institutions are buying. You need to be very careful about that. For me, I prefer FlowAlgo because it gives me two things. It gives me options that they are buying, but it gives me the equity with the dark pool. I prefer that, guys. It's way more efficient. I think I need to do a video on there between the difference, because when you go inside of FlowAlgo, the first thing that you're going to be noticing is you will be bombarded with information in terms of, because that lady, she talks all the time, such and such calls, such and such puts, there's so many of them. Which one are you going to follow? That will be your test number one. How do you get discipline? Over trading, it's one of the snare that we submit ourselves into. So for me, I follow the option. Let's say typically sometimes is really giving. And what I like, Jaron was asking the other day if I have a strategy for closing. I know this much. If let's say you see an option flow coming in the last hour on a Wednesday or on a Thursday, I encourage you actually to adopt that as a methodology. Just screen for those, because somebody knows something. And typically, since the expiration is on Friday, those stocks, they will always pop up out of nowhere. Try experimenting with that, Jaron, and others as you come. And again, the beauty of the option is that you don't have to spend that much, right? So for you, you see that option coming very late on Thursday or on Wednesday, you put in, I don't know, 30, 40 bucks for expiration on Friday. And if you really want to be wise to it, strangle it. You put $20 on calls, you put $20 on puts. Trust me, the best. We have an article on the blog successfultradings.com. The best day, I call it payday, it's Thursday to trade options, because expiration is Friday, right? So the longer you wait into the week, those we call lotto. Lotto meaning that, hey, it's a little bit of money that can pay out 1,000% in the case of BA yesterday, or 2,300% in the case of CT. Those are sweet. Yeah. Turning a tiny $50 into a lot of money. Oh yeah, that will change. And then trust me, you can build out on that, and your account will just go boom, 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 boom. Before you know it, you're able to try other strategies, but safe strategies always. Though the thing with us retailers, when we start, we don't hedge, because for whatever reason our brain is that, oh, and mostly we buy calls. We love buying calls. But my friend, 65% of the calls, they expire worthless, meaning that the people who wrote them, the market makers, they are certain of making money 65% of the time. You and I, if we're lucky to make money 35% of the time, that's a lot. So we need to be wise to that. And we have information inside of FlowAlgo that enable us to just be patient. We know something's going to be happening on those stocks with dark pool, and we seize that opportunity. George Charles, welcome, George. George is asking, did you mention BA target for next week? Oh, George, BA, it was funny. I took the trade yesterday on BA, and I'm holding it. BA closed at 154 or 153 thereabouts. Okay, if it's the direction, that's because it was a dark pool, right? The dark pool print on BA, let's remind everybody, there were two of them. There was one at 136.92, and there was one at 138, and it was about 500,000 shares, okay? So yesterday, we saw BA gap up. But after that gap up and the initial 15 minutes, it was pretty much sideways. So meaning that people who they traded it yesterday, they made very little money. The expectation is that if the direction is bullish, since for us now, the dark pool was at 136, right? Let's say 138. We close at 153, 154. These guys, typically in this type of stocks, they are not going for $4, $5. Yeah. When you see dark pool and they start moving, that's why they're so powerful when you really concentrate on just one of them. Because the movement usually, especially now that the stock are cheap compared to the all-time high, the movement usually is going to be 10, 15%. And a stock like BA, I traded BA, actually that was one of my best trades in one single trade last year or something. I shorted BA when it was 420. And then unfortunately, I didn't feel good about it. I didn't know really. For me, it was just that it was overstretched technically. And then I did that on a Friday. And then on a Monday, we had that plane crash in Ethiopia. So I ended up making money on something that, on the bad news. So I really felt bad. But it was trading. It was just one of those random acts of luck. So where am I going there? I'm going that BA right now is trading at 150. This is a stock that was worth over $400. So meaning they can make this thing run. So for me, George, I think the round number, the target that we have on the, I may have put on stock tweets or something. I think I asked is it going back to 200, because I can easily see them do that. It may not happen all of it over next week. It could happen as well. Did you guys follow the trade on Netflix? I traded calls of Netflix on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but I didn't make as much as people who held that the whole week. Did you see that run? Up to 440 or 45 or 49, whatever that reached on Thursday. So BA is a call stock. Let me explain what a call stock is. BA is one of those stocks that I think just because of what it represents for America, what Boeing represents for America, inside the index call of the Dow Jones, BA is the main contribution. How much? I can actually let me show you that data. I think we showed it in a video the other day, but if you just go on your whatever app that you use, for me here, I'm just gonna go quickly to Yahoo. Okay, you see that has changed now. Boeing used to represent 11% of the Dow Jones. Now Boeing, it's only 4.6% because Boeing is no longer. Where's the camera? Okay, so this is really, really bad. So Boeing is there at the bottom at 4.6%. It used to be 11% or so. So, and on certain days, you will just see a bunch of stock are red and Boeing is green. Obviously with a lot of news or something. So these guys who did this, 136 and in one day they got it to 154 or something. My suspicion is just have Boeing on your watch list and it couldn't move. I mean, on Monday, it just couldn't move, boom, as or anything. So conservatively, I'm saying a round number. And the best way maybe on, so let me take a note of that, George. I'm going, well, on the weekly daily market watch, I'm going to be doing Fibonacci retracement. I'm going to show you a lot of charts because really we are at the point where right now it's go time or die time because the stock are in the middle of nowhere. 50% retracement on Fibonacci or 61% in the case of QQQ. So if we are to see some or more upside if that's the direction that the market wants to see. So a stock like Boeing can really, really, really move starting next week. There is no pop-up on the website. Okay, that's a good, well, I don't know if that's a good thing. So, Espora, could you please check the website, successfultradings.com? Let's say if you go in, because I thought I tested it like that. So, upon leaving on exit, okay, so it's not George, it is a story from the internet. If there is no pop-up, on the right-hand side of the page, you should see a message, you should see a box, a layout asking that, hey, get a stock option dictionary for free. And there is a box there to input your, either one of those two has to work. Either a pop-up or that box there to the right has to be there. Again, the name of the website is successfultradings.com. So I'm not sure if that's where you went. Sorry, guys. And let me take a sip of water here. Shredder is talking about, a question that I got. Shredder asked, somebody brought this question yesterday. Okay, here's the thing with the market. Me telling you that, I'm making this percentage per month or anything, it's not going to help you. Here's why. Because we have a personality. Please go read the article. Go read the article that I talk about your profile. Your psychological profile, because in the market a lot happened between the 2 years. So what I mean by that is that, okay, when let's say I have a position that start making money, you have a position that start making money, when are you going to decide to take that profit? Are you going to say, hey, it's up, let's say 100% now? Are you going to say, I want it, it can go to 200? Or you're going to say, I'm okay with 100%, I'm going to take some off. So that will impact your percentage gain per month or per year. So it's really depending on what type of personality you have, and you need to know that about yourself. The example that I'm giving you, Shweta and everybody on this channel on YouTube, right? I posted on a lot of video. I posted exactly my orders, meaning that I'm showing you actually some more than that sometimes. I'm posting, this is how much it cost me to enter my order ticket that E-Trade sent me, and I'm showing you exactly when I exit. We have a lot of videos like that. So you kind of just to see how much you can get. Shredder, if you are trading options, just to give you an idea, here's the thing. If you are trading options conservatively, and let's say you have a methodology, because that's the key, meaning that you are doing the same thing over and over, okay? At the end of the day, you're going to develop your own percentage gain, meaning which will be function of when do you enter the trade? Are you patient in buying them cheaply? When do you exit the trade, meaning that how you manage success? Do you go for more, or do you go for conservatively to say, I'm content with just a certain amount of gain? Okay, I'm not so sure, guys. Are you on desktop, or are you on I'm not sure. Are you on your cell? So I get to report that we don't. There is no pop-up on the website, and there is no box to the right. So Shweta, are you Are you on a desktop or are you on a mobile app? Because that's something new. I just installed those boxes to get exactly for this scenario. That's, hey, you guys, I can give you guys documentation and information just in an automated manner. So I will check that out and make sure that everything is back on track. Telex at successfultradings.com works. Yes, that's correct. Stories from the internet. That works as well. Yeah, again, we are not that many. We are just a handful of us here. So yeah, if you send me an email, definitely I will reply as well. While I okay, Shredder is on the laptop. Yep, I have a laptop as well. And for me, at least until this, I will figure out. So you have the email there, telex at successfultradings.com. Keep on sending me an email on the requesting for that research. That's something that we have already. The next question from George. George is asking, how do you feel about Tesla? Do you think 1,000 soon? Okay, George. I'm not sure what's happening with the camera. Okay, it keeps sliding. George, okay, we do trading. So meaning that the concept of trading is that it's over a short-term period, right, George? So meaning that Tesla, where did Tesla close on, was it 700 something? So if you're projecting that, hey, Tesla in a year, by the end of the year is going to go to 1,000, yeah, I mean, you could buy options, leap options. That's how they are called when they are very long term. To say that, but I haven't done that analysis to do anything. A stock like Tesla, I wouldn't advise it to trade it option on it for somebody who's beginning because it's very volatile. When you go to the option chain for Tesla, here's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see a very big spread, meaning the bid, the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask. So when you are trying to buy one contract, the contract could be, especially now, right now, look at the implied volatility on it. I think there's so many more stocks. Doesn't matter if you love the cars that they're building or whatever. Do not try to associate your emotions to a stock with your trading. Separate those two. That's my answer when somebody asks me the equation of the type, oh, where do you see Apple in 3 months? I say, I don't know. I'm going to trade Apple. If it falls below VWAP on the day that I'm trading, I'm going to short, I'm going to buy puts. If it goes above VWAP with strength, I'm going to buy calls. I'm not married to any stock, guys. That's the key thing in here. I separate my emotions from the trading. Do not tie yourself off emotionally that, oh, because I own a Tesla or because I think that's a great technology, I should be buying I should be trading the options to the upside or to the downside. So I hope that's really helped. Let's keep the questions going, guys. I'm loving this. I'm actually glad that we are not that many of us because I'm able to keep track with the questions. Not that I will have loud more, but this is about the number that I was expecting on here. So I think there was a peak about maybe to how many 10 or 11 users just a moment ago. That's actually perfect. So the next question is a great question. What is your favorite stock to play? To play, yeah, to trade. That's the same thing. You guys, if you're following my videos or if you're following the blog, you should know that. Somebody trying to answer a story from the internet before I go and develop. It's, what is right now the favorite over maybe, yeah, because I have been actually reviewing stock, guys, on successfultradings.com blog. There are a few stock that I've taken a shot at reviewing in terms of what? Not in terms of, oh, where do I see them in 1 year or in 2 years? No, in terms of what is our chance of making money trading them? Meaning that they give us, for us as traders, guys, we make money when the stock move. We don't care about the direction. That's a very key information, really. We make money when the stock market moves. We don't care about the direction. Yeah, this past this whole situation that we're living in right now, I mean, our 401k tanked, right? I told everybody, watch the videos again. I have not watched my 401k since, geez, I think maybe since the beginning of the year, because I usually rebalance it and just leave it such. But as it has been dropping, with some coworkers, I told them that my best advice to you guys, don't watch it because it's just depressing. But for me, actually, while the market was going down, that's where my trading was even better than now that they are going up, because I will just go in with the technical, meaning if, let's say, the momentum was down, it kept going down as such. So what we want from the stocks is for them to move. There's nothing worse for a trader, because we do day trading, we do swing trading. Swing trading could be a couple of weeks. Swing trading even could be, let's say, right now, like the position that I told you guys, I gave you guys a position on IWM on Tuesday at the beginning of this week, right? If you go watch that video, it was to buy the 140 calls for May. Those calls, they went 200% yesterday. Yes. Why did I get into that? Because of the past experience that we feature on the videos, right? Because the previous 2 weeks or so, I traded the 130 calls. That's where the April ones, and I saw them go from, even one day they were even 3 cents. I kid you not. And they went all the way to almost $2. Yeah, I make money, I made decent money, but then the other day I figured that, okay, right now IWM was only at 31.8 Fibonacci retracement, while all of the other ones, Standard & Poor's, S&P, SPY, rather, QQQ, either 61.8 or above 50%. So I said, okay, the small cap, sooner or later, they're going to be catching up. So I diverge a little bit but let me go back to answering what was the story from the internet question. What is my favorite stock to trade, to day trade? Oh geez, let me start a few names, but I want to give you the piece of information that's going to be valuable to you. Again, guys, my aim is to equip you with the knowledge to be successful. Okay, that's why I created the blog. And if you master every single article on the blog, you're just gonna have so many opportunities. We have an article on the blog that actually review a research that I've been conducting. This research dates back to 2016, I think. Yes. Where I've noticed trends. I can tell you, for instance, what is the best stock to play every week on the bullish side on Friday. I can tell you that. I can tell you what percentage of times that it has made you money or anything. I have that research. So the movement of the stock, they tends to be cyclical. But right now, really, the stock that give opportunities, because to me, again, I'm not married to a stock. If it goes down, I buy puts. It goes up, I buy calls. AMG gives opportunity on a single day. I think there was one day when I made money on AMG 3 times. Up, down, and up again. That's the pattern typically on AMG. Even yesterday, I have a few of you who are part of a WhatsApp channel. So if you want to be part of a WhatsApp channel, put that information in an email as well. So I was explaining on there that, okay, AMD, if you have an open mind, it will give you money on calls. It will give you money on puts as well. They seem to be moving that stock right now. And AMD, that's another dark pool, right? Yeah, it was a dark pool, I think, on Thursday or something. It may have slipped up a little bit, because right now, if you look at the chart, it's sitting there at its all-time high of 57 or 56, just at 56 or something. We love to trace those levels because something's going to happen. Either it's going to be coming down because overbought, or it will just shoot up because somebody knows that, hey, maybe they're coming with a great earning. Always follow the momentum of a stock going into earnings or anything. It goes back to the strategy that we depicted, the expensive strategy that we depicted on on Netflix. That's the same thing. So the answer will be AMG. And there are several days where I've found myself just saying, oh geez, here's AMD moving again. Where was I actually to be able to take advantage of that? Because it just sometimes guys, not every time, sometimes this trading stuff can look just easy, but on Monday morning quarterbacking, because you just look at the chart, you are like, oh geez, that would have been so easy money. So stories from the internet, AMD is that I don't trade it enough. I should be trading it enough. There are so many others. That's we have an article on. If you go read that article, it will give you some statistical measure that we made at the end of last year when and I'm still collecting data for that strategy. So to update it as time goes by. Next question on here. Nedu Reg, yes, trust me, no need to watch for 1Ks as of now. They are just, I do not want to do that. Do you have any video tutorial on Fibonacci setup use, please? Nedu Reg, every single video that we have right now over the last few weeks on markets, just markets, daily market recap, is going to feature a Fibonacci. Just look for that. And maybe the difficulty when you are coming to a channel such as this one that we have here, it has over 60 videos. So just finding information is a little bit difficult. But I think YouTube has a search button. So a search button, or if you go to successfultradings.com and you do a search on there, definitely will guide you to wherever we talk about Fibonacci. And so, yes, and if you need Nedureg and everybody, here's what we're going to be doing on here. We want people who are motivated to be able to say, hey, they want to make this their profession. So as of now, for me, one of the services that I'm launching, I'm going to be saying that for you guys, you can book as you need hours of personal coaching one-on-one, where we will go on Zoom at my convenience rather than yours. So usually it's going to be in the evenings, and then we will be able to address your specific need in order for you to grow. So that's a service that, again, you email me if you have a need for that. I am willing to be spending time one-on-one coaching you. And then when, let's say, I have a few of you, I think right now we have a few people like that. Once everybody get to a specific level, then we are going to be doing group sessions, so group coaching sessions, because with the information that inside of FlowAlgo, I have some idea where actually we can help each other as part of the group. But the problem that I have right now is that not everybody is at the same level, because each person that I talk up, they come from they have the trading experience is not at the same level. So send me an email, again, telex@successfultradings.com or you just go directly to the website. If you have a need for one-on-one coaching, we can set it up, and I will see how I'm going to price it. As of now, I haven't priced it but I know that that's a need that I need to address with some of you. All right. Oh, geez, we have already been here a full hour. I wasn't expecting it, and with an audience that's perfect, okay, for me. That's enabled us to answer your questions. Any further questions? I think if we haven't addressed somebody's question, Espoir, please help me if I missed somebody's question on the. Where's everybody trading from? Just type where you reside. I reside in California, so it's just my way of connecting with you guys to see. Well, I have, at least for people who come on the website, Google Analytics gave me metrics about where people are coming all over the world. The subscribers are coming all over the world, that I know. But at least for those who were able to endure and watch the live session today, if you could just type in where you are watching us from? Florida. Yes, we have. Shweta, we have a lot of people from Florida on the website. The three states where people come the most on the website, maybe in that order actually: California, Florida, and New York. I'm one of those guys. I like to study numbers, so I like to keep statistics like that in my head. Anybody else? Calgary, yes. Go Canada. I have a particular affection for Canada. I used to go to Vancouver many, many years ago all the time. It was, well, I always had great fun on there. So, yes, we know we have people from Calgary, from Vancouver, and from Montreal as well. So, yes, we appreciate you, Nedurek. Way to go in Calgary. I know where you're from, team 237. I know where you're from. The gentleman who just mentioned 237. 237 is the not the area code, the mobile code, the mobile country code, the country, yeah, the country code for a country. If you guys, anybody know where that is other than that person, that's the map that you see behind me. So, so is let's say who else did we have? So Shweta, Nedurek shared. How about George, Mr. George, or story from the internet? Are you guys still with us? Okay, guys. Well, I think this is dwindled down. I had fun. This is definitely good. I made it a purpose. It is not. So, I mean, I was talking about it on the video, but I didn't take any other measure to, let's say, put a banner on the website since it was the first one. So, and I'm just glad that the YouTube technology enabled us to actually have this. Hopefully, you guys get to know me better, and me, I get to know your need better, because the channel is for you guys. If I put content on the channel that is not serving the purpose of helping you grow, helping edify your knowledge in trading the markets, then I may as well just not do it. So that's really my aim. That's why uh, most of the video that I do, they will always be related to something that I heard one of you mention, ask a request, so that they can increase their understanding about that specific concept. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and I hope that if the need presents itself, we will get to do many more of these. Oh, Jaron is in Palm Spring. Jaron is in Palm Spring. Hey, my friend, Palm Spring is very dear to me. Every summer we go. My church and I, we go in your vicinity. So yeah, nice. You know, who else? One last person to share where they're from on here. Otherwise, we're just gonna wrap it up, guys. Uh, have a great rest of your weekend. Study. If you have questions, shoot them my way. So two things on here. We are going to, those that I receive an email from, right? So if, let's say, the website is doing whatever, I'm going to be sending you two things: a stock option dictionary and research on earnings. We have a video on that where we explain actually how to use that research for earnings. So we appreciate your time. Thank you, Network. Really, thank you. The content is made possible through you guys, because you keep reading it, and the channel is growing. I mean, the number of subscribers, though it was really tiny, especially this week, is just growing. So that's a testament of what you guys have been able to help me accomplish. So I appreciate that. Um, Good night, everybody, and we catch you on tomorrow's video. Hopefully by this time or about this time, I will be recording it to just go over some charts to prepare ourselves for another week of trading. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Devashish, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.